every day.
Ah, the Thatcher's Farm. Slightly obsessed perfectionists making cider with nothing but love. I mean, why grow 8 varieties of apple when you can grow 458? The apple spa. Because happy apples make better cider. Here comes Martin Thatcher. Friday, 12:30, tasting time. He needs to hit the spot or not a drop will leave the farm. Yes! And that's why Thatcher's cider tastes the way it does. Perfect.
Herbal Essences presents
What a feeling! What a feeling! What a feeling! What a feeling!
You Won't Believe It. The power of herbal essences. Infused with argan oil. Hair is up to 2 times more nourished. Herbal Essences. What a feeling.
Get the KFC 10 mini fillet deal for just $6.99. Do the deal until the 3rd of September. Only at KFC.
This is Helen. Her fella Chris sets deposit limits on his Bet365 account. So they've swapped the living room for room service. Result. Meet Rob's
Very satisfying night for Enzo Maresca and what has been a very satisfying start to the season. Coventry beaten on Sunday, Burton beaten here in the Carabao Cup tonight. He's with Pete.
Enzo, 2 wins from 2. You must be very pleased with that performance.
Yes, happy with the results, happy with the performance. Yeah, we are in a good way. And as I said before the game, for me it's important to see day by day and game after game the team improving, and I'm happy. Yeah.
Let's talk about that first goal, Kelechi Iheanacho. You were able to gain control very early on, 6 minutes on the clock, and he was able to score. Are you a fan of that kind of finish?
Yeah, at the end the most important thing that was goal. Doesn't matter the
draw for the second round of the Carabao Cup. It is going to be split into two sections. We'll do the northern section and then we'll do the southern section. Wes will draw the home teams each time. Martin will join the away teams. Let's just show you some selector numbers from the north. Remember, we're at the stage where some Premier League teams, those that aren't involved in Europe, come into the competition. So Burnley back in the Premier League are 5, Everton 8. Nigel Clough, who's with us tonight, his Mansfield side are 11. Nottingham Forest 13. Leicester, if you drop down a little bit further after their win here this evening, are number 23. So, you all right, Martin? You look petrified.
Well, this shouldn't be that difficult, I must admit. You know, but famous last words. Right.
Where's
I like the run through that we got beforehand, which didn't exist.
Just pick a ball up, hold it, and I'll do the rest.
Brilliant.
Right, give it a massive swirl. All the balls are in the bowl, and this is the draw for the second round of the northern section of the Carabao Cup.
Number 20.
Number 20, hold it up to the camera, Wes. There you go, number 20 that we can see, and number 20 are Tranmere. So they will be at home, the runners-up in 2000. As you will remember, Martin, of course.
Yeah.
And going to Tranmere
This is number 23.
and show it to the camera. There we go, number 23. And that is a repeat of that all the way back then. Tranmere against Leicester. If we do that one, you're more than likely to be booked for that.
16.
Number 16, show it up, Wes. There you go. Number 16, Salford. So they will be at home. League 2 Salford. They knocked out Preston last night.
Well done. 24.
24 Leeds. So Salford will be at home to Leeds after they beat Shrewsbury this evening.
9.
Number 9. That is Harrogate of League 2 in round 2 for only the second time. And take on Harrogate.
And number 1.
Number 1, Blackburn. Harrogate will take on Blackburn, who won this competition in 2002. Away we go again.
19.
19. That is Stoke. They've had a decent start to the season under Alex Neil, and they will be welcoming.
Number 15.
Number 15. Martin, I don't know why you're talking to the ball each time, but number 15.
Well, it's better. It's much better than talking to you.
Number 15,
I shall
Rotherham.
talk to you one last time.
Stoke will take on Rotherham. I mean, we've still got a southern section to do as well.
Number 22.
Number 22, show it to the camera, thank you very much, Wes. So that's Wrexham. We were there last night as they knocked out Wigan, and Phil Parkinson's Wrexham will be taking on...
Let me talk to the ball one last time. Number 4.
They will be taking on Bradford. Phil Parkinson's old team, Bradford, going to Wrexham in the second round.
Number 7.
Number 7, Doncaster, who came from behind to beat Championship side Hull last night.
Number 8.
Number 8, Doncaster. Welcome Everton. Sean Dyche and Everton are going to Doncaster.
Number 3.
Number 3, Bolton. Twice been runners-up in this competition. The last time was in 2004.
Number 12.
And Bolton will take on number 12, Middlesbrough. So Bolton of League One take on Championship side Middlesbrough.
Number 14.
Number 14, Port Vale, who conceded 7 at Barnsley in League One at the weekend, but beat Fleetwood last night.
Number 6.
And Port Vale take on number 6, so that is Crewe. So that is an all-League 2 tie. Port Vale against Crewe. They're not too far apart, those two sides.
Number 13.
Number 13, Nottingham Forest. Of course, they got to the semi-finals last season. Going to the City Ground are...
Number 5.
Number
5.
Number 5, Vincent Kompany's Burnley. So we have an all-Premier League tie in the second round. Nottingham Forest against Burnley.
Number 18.
Number 18, Sheffield Wednesday. Won this competition back in 1991.
And number 11.
And Sheffield Wednesday have Nigel Clough's Mansfield. So a trip to Hillsborough for Nigel. Sheffield Wednesday against Mansfield. 2 more ties to draw.
21.
21. That's Wolves, part of company with Julian Lopetegui yesterday, of course, and going to Molineux.
And they will play number 2.
Number 2, Blackpool in the second round for only the second time in 5 seasons. Wolves against Blackpool.
17.
17, Sheffield United, back in the Premier League, of course.
Will play number 10.
And they will take on number 10, Lincoln. So Sheffield United against Lincoln. So that is... don't go anywhere, I've still got the southern section to do. The northern section is done. Here are the ties that Wes and Martin have drawn. So repeated that 2000 final between Tranmere and Leicester. Leeds of the Championship, having gone through tonight, are going to Salford. Phil Parkinson gets a chance to take on his old side, who he had so many good cup runs with, as Wrexham take on Bradford. Good tie for Doncaster as they get Premier League Everton. There's an all-Premier League tie as well between Nottingham Forest and Burnley. And Sheffield Wednesday take on Nigel's Mansfield. So that's the northern section. Let's show you some of the numbers to look out for in the southern section. And as a remind you once again, Premier League sides who aren't in Europe come in at this stage, and there are some big ones in the southern section, including Chelsea, who are number 4, and Tottenham, who are number 18. Gillingham, who got that good win over Southampton last night, are number 8. So we are ready to go with the southern section. Same again. Big spin, and away we go. Let's rattle through the southern section.
21.
21. That's a team who went through tonight. Bristol City comfortably beat Oxford. They get a home tie straight off, and they will play
Number 24.
Number 24, and that is a game that is to be played next week. QPR or Norwich. So Bristol City will take on QPR or Norwich.
Number 12.
Number 12 is Plymouth. Started the season well in the Championship. Got a home win against Huddersfield. They get a home tie here.
We'll play number 5.
And Plymouth get a Premier League opponent in Crystal Palace. Plymouth will take on Roy Hodgson's Crystal Palace.
Number 14.
Number 14, Reading, who beat Millwall last night by 4-0.
We'll play number 23.
And Reading will get another winner from tonight, which is Ipswich. So that's League One against Championship, Reading against Ipswich.
Number 13.
Number 13, that's Portsmouth. Haven't had a home draw in the League Cup since 2019, so you've rectified that this evening, Wes. And at Fratton Park will be?
Will be number 11.
Number 11, and that is Peterborough, who needed penalties to get past Swindon last night. So Portsmouth against Peterborough.
Number 9.
Number 9 is Luton. Won this competition back in the late 80s, back in the Premier League, of course. And they have a home tie against?
And number 8.
Number 8, Gillingham. After knocking out Southampton last night, they get Premier League opposition as they go to Kenilworth Road. Luton against Gillingham.
Number 17.
Number 17, Swansea. Go back a decade when they last won this competition. under Michael Laudrup.
We'll play number 1.
And Swansea get Bournemouth, who got to round 4 last season before they were beaten by Newcastle. So Swansea against Bournemouth.
Number 7.
Number 7, that's Fulham, who went out to League Two side Crawley at this stage last season. And they are at home to...
And number 18.
Number 18, Fulham are at home to Tottenham. Ange Postecoglou, first League Cup tie.
Number 6.
Number 6 is Exeter, who haven't gone beyond this round since 1989. So if they're to do so, they're going to have to get past.
Number 15.
Stevenage. Exeter against Stevenage. That's an all League One affair.
Number 19.
Number 19, that's Wickham. So who are they going to play, Martin? One of your former clubs?
Number 16.
And Wickham gets Sutton United. So Wickham will take on Sutton United.
Number 2.
Number 2 is Birmingham. Winners in 1963 and 2011. They've got some new investment, of course, and at St Andrew.
Number 22.
Number 22, you're persisting with it, Martin. They will take on Cardiff. Birmingham against Cardiff.
Well, at least I give Wickham a home draw.
You go.
But I didn't give it to him. West did.
Number 10.
Number 10 is Newport. Strong cup traditions over recent years, in round 2 for a 7th successive season.
Number 3.
And Newport get a Premier League opposition in Brentford. Newport against Brentford. 2 left.
4.
4, Chelsea are at home. And Maurizio Pochettino and Chelsea will take on...
Number 20.
Number 20, AFC Wimbledon. What a draw for them. They go to Stamford Bridge. Chelsea against AFC Wimbledon concludes the southern section of the draw. Let's just go through those ties. Again, going to be an all-championship tie at Ashton Gate. Whoever wins that match between QPR or Norwich, which doesn't take place until next week. Plymouth get Premier League opposition in Crystal Palace. All Premier League tie with Fulham taking on Tottenham. Gillingham, who beat Southampton last night, go to Luton. We have Chelsea against AFC Wimbledon as well. And Martin's former club Wickham are at home against Sutton. And those ties will be played the week commencing the 28th of August. You relieved that's over, Martin?
Not necessarily, yes. I didn't mind talking to the ball. Yes, okay. Yeah.
We got there.
We got there.
Let's get some more reaction from here at Burton. Their manager, Dino Marmria, is with Pete Moulenstein.
Dino, it wasn't meant to be tonight. 2 goals against you in the first half. How do you reflect on that performance?
Well, the first half we were poor. We were too passive. We allowed them to operate in tight spaces. We were passive first half, really, and we didn't create anything with the ball. I thought second half we were much braver. We kept much better shape. We had 2 great opportunities to score. We limited them second half. Much happy with the second half than the first half. But if you give, they're a very good team. If you give them no space first half, they punish us with 2 great goals, and you got to respect that.
When you look at that first goal, the fact that they were able to score so early on, where was the frustrations there? What could have been done better?
Well, our intention is to start the first 50 minutes on the front foot, to make it, to compete well, to play in the half, to press them hard. And that's, 6th minute is almost a big blow for us. And I thought that carried on the half, really. Our first half weren't great. And like I said, we were too passive. Second half, much better. I think we got ourselves together. We got better organisation. And I thought we were much more on front foot. We played most of the half was in their half. And that's how we wanted the game to be.
Is that what the message was at half-time then, just to carry on that belief? Because it was similar to at the weekend. Obviously, you lost the 2 goals in the first half, but you were able to keep that, say, clean sheet in the second half, and you've done it again tonight.
Yeah, we were group second half always. We were more committed first, second half. We were much better second half. We were better shape, more front-footed, and I thought we created two brilliant opportunities.
So no cup run this time in the Carabao Cup. So how important is it now to focus on the league? You've got a big game coming up at the weekend against Derby.
Well, we got a few injuries as well. We got Cole Stockton as well out, which is a big blow for us. And I've got to make sure one or two recovers, ready for a big game on Saturday. That's the league. It's relentless. We're ready for it, and hopefully we'll be ready for Saturday.
I know there will be a lot of Burton fans asking what the injury list is like and how much of the players are going to be ready and fit for the weekend.
Well, we got 5 key players out tonight. Starters really added to that. Cole Stockton tonight, that's 6 players. We're hoping 1 or 2 might come back at the weekend. We don't know yet. But 6 in 19-man squad, that's too much to carry, especially those 6 players are starters. I've seen it all in football, it's unfortunate. And we've got to regroup, we've got to make sure that other players are ready to come in and give us that positive impact we need.
Dino, thank you for your time tonight. Thank you very much.
Martin, that also highlights, doesn't it, the task that was there for Burton. So, 6 injuries out of a 19-man squad at the start of the season with Derby here on Saturday. That highlights the balancing act he had.
That's really difficult for him, really difficult. That's the last thing he needs is pick up injuries. Looks as if the centre forward is out for some time, might be. But, really difficult. You haven't even completed a week and you're right down in numbers now. So he knows how difficult it is. It looks as if he's got a bit of spirit about him anyway, so he'll just have to pick the players up.
I mean, they've been in this situation, maybe not on the injury side, but when he took over last year, they were in a dreadful position.
Yeah, they looked out of it really, but incredible achievement to actually stay up. But Derby here now is a big task on Saturday. It's really the biggest home game they have here. They've not got off to the best start, so it'll be an interesting game.
Was your heart in your mouth during the draw? I mean, mine was.
I was hoping Wes might pull us out for a home draw, but never mind. Sheffield Wednesday.
That's a great tie.
Oh, brilliant. We had them in the FA Cup last season and did really well there. Narrow defeat, but we've got a few Sheffield Wednesday fans in the camp as well, so they'll look forward to it.
Right. You look like you're going to come in then, do you?
No, I'm perfectly happy. Perfectly happy that is now over. And, But talking to the ball, I felt as if that there was a sort of chemistry there between them.
Absolutely. I couldn't recreate that chemistry with you. That's the problem.
That's always the problem with you, Mark.
A quick word on Leicester, just to end this on a positive.
Yeah, job done. I thought their attitude was fantastic tonight. Came here, had a game plan, set it out, and implemented it, and it worked. And it's good to see. Likes of James Justin out there today, and he's been out for so long, and to get through, that game and to be back on the pitch is fantastic to see.
Really enjoyed all 3 of you. Thank you very much for being with us this evening. Let's just show you what's coming your way on Sky. Obviously, the Premier League is back this weekend from Friday through to Monday. All started with Burnley against Manchester City on Friday night. Saturday night football is Newcastle against Aston Villa. Super Sunday, Brentford against Tottenham, and then Chelsea against Liverpool. And then Monday night football, which gets underway at 6:30 at Old Trafford, Manchester United against Wolves. Burnley kickers all off, and all episodes are available from tomorrow of Mission to Burnley. All the behind-the-scenes stuff of their championship campaign available on Sky Documentaries. We will see you for the second round at the end of August here at Burton. It was very comfortable for Leicester from all 4 of us. Goodbye.